Well, Matt, a tough night. What's your overriding feeling after that?
I was so pleased at half time. In terms of our first half performance, where we were in the game, the chances we created, obviously being ahead. And then in a space of probably less than 5 minutes in the second half, it kind of derailed. A switch off for their first goal, and a little bit of quality for them, and they capitalised. And then we're looking to get back in a better feeling about the game, and we'll have a corner kick ourselves, and then end up defending a counter-attack and giving away a penalty. In such a short space of time, all that hard work and effort we'd put in for a good performance, all of a sudden turned into a difficult second half. And then we were chasing a game against a quality team. We had a quite good chance, I think, Chris hit towards the back post to get us back level. But then we were always going to be open to counter-attacking moments.
You spoke about that first half. You really took the game to them, didn't you? And created so many chances. And Luke McCormick with a great finish.
Yeah, and if there was any frustration, we weren't further ahead. But we certainly deserved to be ahead in that first half, or from the back of that first half performance. They were always going to improve, but it's just a feeling that we've played our part in their improvement and their success. And that's not to take anything away from Norwich. They're a quality team, and once they were in the ascendancy, you could see that quality really oozing out and on show. But for those 2 goals in quick succession, we feel we can certainly perform better.
Was it hard for you to manage the players? Because it did look like it shell-shocked them, the change in that 5-minute period.
Well, it does. The whole feel of the stadium changed, the whole feel of the game. Like I say, and then having to chase the game against that sort of opposition was difficult, but credit that we did still create a couple of chances, like I say, Chris's chance. But we were too open then from that point on. The shape and structure of the team was spot on up until that point, which is why it's even more frustrating, certainly that second goal. I can forgive mistakes in relation to that first goal, but in terms of an understanding and a responsibility aspect in that moment for the second goal, that's too poor a moment for me not to ignore it, really. And we have to. That can't happen.
Were you pleased with the reaction, though, eventually? Because towards the end you were pushing, and that third goal was just a sucker punch, wasn't it, when you left gaps?
It was. We were pushing, like I say, Chris's chance is the best chance. I just said to him, my gripe of the actual performance aspect of the second half, we didn't get any quality in the box. We didn't make one good cross from what I can remember. That ball towards the back for Chrissy wasn't even a great cross. It was just sort of happened to feed its way across the goal. So that was my one frustration in terms of our possession play in the second half. Intent was there, effort was there. We were a little bit low in terms of energy as the game went on, and obviously chasing it. I actually thought once the space arose, a couple of them really stood up to show that they could handle Championship players 1v1. 2 centre halves, I thought, for the last sort of 20 minutes, half an hour of the game, defended really well. Conor Taylor and Tristan Kramer. So that's a real plus to see what they can do in that moment when we ask them to do a certain job. But we just go back to that spell at the start of the second half, which is why it's so disappointing and why we will be hurting, certainly going towards the weekend.
And it was a really physical game, wasn't it? I know you said to me pre-match you weren't sure that Conor Taylor would get through the game, but he did. How was he feeling?
Well, full credit to him. He put himself out there. Sam Finley had an injection before the game. A little bit low in terms of where the bodies are. That's just the season taking its toll. The mid-season aspect and winter football and the amount of games they've played over the Christmas period. So in fairness to Conor, I thought he got himself through the game. And Sam Finley, we brought him off towards the end, but he didn't look like he was affected too much up until that point. It'd be really interesting with one less day to turn around going towards the weekend, because, like I say, we've got to find a way to get energy on that pitch and a bit of brightness back in their bodies.
And you could really see the disappointment on the players' face, particularly at full time, including the goalkeeper who did so well for the penalty and almost was the hero.
Yeah, but we're an almost team at the moment, aren't we? Almost a save, almost an attacking moment for us, but a counter-attacking. We're an almost team. We can't stay as an almost group. Myself as a manager, individually players, and collectively as a team, we can't stay like that for too long. Otherwise, we'll underachieve. We've only got the league to concentrate on now, so we need to pick up some points pretty quickly. Was
that good for you, though, to see against a very good Championship team what you've got at your disposal?
Yeah, that's why it probably hurts a little bit more. For a game and a half, we were more than in the game. And at that point, we're ahead, and we just feel we've played a part in our own downfall. Like I say, full credit to Norwich, and I wish them all the best. They'll go and enjoy that trip to Anfield and hopefully do well in the Championship campaign themselves. But that is a big regret, because we do feel we've contributed to that little spell which then made us have to change.
And as you say, you feel like you're a nearly team at the moment. Are you looking to bring anyone in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah. There's offers out there. There's interest. We're assessing what we can and can't do. No one's coming in yet, and it's the middle of the month, so we're certainly looking towards the next couple of weeks to bring some bodies in, bring some energy in, bring some fresh faces in. I've said all along there won't be wholesale changes. The squad's been a big squad and a deep squad throughout the course of this season, especially. So we're trying to manoeuvre certain parts, but we're looking forward to what we can achieve.
And just lastly, now 3 home games in a week. Does that give you less travel, more time on the training ground, and able to hopefully get some momentum going?
Yeah, definitely. And we'll need our fans again. Like I said, the way the players felt after the game, and the way the fans left, they'll be hurting and they'll be disappointed. But we can't start the weekend like that. Collectively, we've got to come together and show a little bit of unity to say that's been and gone. We put that to one side. We know what's happened and we don't like it in any way. But we put that to one side and we create another atmosphere which was there, certainly for the first hour of that game against Blackpool this weekend.